Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today I'm bringing you a setup, play and review the game Viticulture World. This is cooperative expansion. You do need viticulture. There is viticulture here. As you can see, it's a different board with the summer and winter. You can't see the autumn and spring or fall if we're over in North America. 1 to 6 players, 75 to 95 minutes, 14 plus. So just play this as a 4. So what do we have for the board? Like I said, brand new board. You're working together, like I said. You're needing to get 10 influence and everyone has to get 25 victory points each. I'm here at Tabletop Gaming Live. Just had a latte, cappuccino and cafe au lait mix. So apologies for any shaky cam going on here. I've left the tripod aside. So similar to Viticulture, it's a worker placement game. You can sell vineyards and get some money. So 5, 6 and 7. You will be planting out grapes listed up here. So for example, I can place this grape if I've got a trellis out and the various different items here. So these various items, such as irrigation, need to go to various spots. You start off with 4 workers, but in this version, there are little hats on them, which do fall off. So you have 2 winter hat people and you have 2 summer people. So on your turn, you can place one of these onto the spot. So I could place this here to basically play a card. So if I happen to have a card, such as a swindler, each opponent, in this case each partner, each partner will give you 2 lira. For each person who does that, who don't give you that, they can give you a coin. You're going to gain a victory point. So you're all going to start off with your little vat of wine started over here. You're also going to take your little wine bottle, and that's going to start over on your income track over here. So end of each round, end of each year, it's a 6-year game, you're moving this around, and where you're starting at, you are going to be getting income based on that. 6-round game, as you can see here. And the first thing you're going to be doing, like I said, is starting who's starting, placing out a worker, and to see who starts. We have a little thing to show who starts. End of the round, that's going to move to the next person. Aside from that, you can upgrade tiles. Now, there's a setup thing here. It's basically a reskin of Charterstone. And what you can be doing is doing something. So in the fear of 1, you can have an upgraded worker. They are not upgraded, as you can see, but you do have a grande that kind of counts. So if it's upgraded, so no hat, you can pay 2 lira to gain 1 oval innovation tile. So what are oval innovation tiles? They look like this. So in this case, you can be getting out either a green card extra or a blue card extra. So that means you can cover over a spot. So you can cover over a spot here, and let's say it's here, which means if you have an upgraded worker, when you do this action, you're also gaining a blue card. So that can occur wherever you wish to do it. If you cover up spots, you also get stuff as well, like 2 money. So as per usual, you're actually having to play a card. Then if you have obviously the right stuff, like a trellis, you can then plant it. So you can go here, again, if you're an upgraded worker. Other people can go here, so in a 4-player game, somebody else can go here, for example. And then also you have other tiles. You have innovation tiles. So they do have lettering on them. So in this case, we have like I and J. So G is down here, which improves it. Rather than getting pay 1 to gain 1, you can pay 1 to gain 2. So better things as you go on. So obviously an engine build going on there, not just worker placements. Aside from that, yep, you've got various things over here. So as and when you happen to harvest a field, so if you've got something like Chardonnay, you can place out that Chardonnay, and that means you can go down here and that will give you whatever it was on the card. So this is, for example, 4 Chardonnay. That will give you 4 Chardonnay here. At the end of the year, that will move across by 1. But if you happen to have made up some wine, that would actually be over here instead. But to do that, you need to have a medium cellar, which costs you 4, which looks like this. So that's how that started. Lastly, if you want to obviously go over here, you can do. You can, if you make another 5, obviously filled with wine, it's got to go 1 lower. So if you've got 1, it's got to be 1 lower, it's got to stay at 1 or 0 in that instance. And yeah, you've got 4 workers. You can also go down here. So you start the day, you're placing out your rooster, and your rooster looks like this. Say who starts when in the day. So you go here first, you are going to get a green card, you get a victory point, a blue card, etc., an extra worker for that round, lira, etc. And then when we go into fall, so before winter, you can go here, and then you're going to get either 2 lira, you're going to get a card of your choice, any of the 4, or you can choose to move your thing along by 1 position. So that's how the game works. At the end of the year, you're then going to retrieve workers, age your grapes and wines, discard down to 5 cards, collect the residual payments, and advance the year marker. That's how the game works. You all start off with a Mama and Papa card, and you can do whatever is on there. So again, the cooperative version only will start off, like I had before, with 2 of these cards, which happen to be 2 purple cards and a yellow card, and that happens to give you 6 money and a worker, and also you can choose to have, instead of that, something over here like a yoke, and you can also get lira instead. That's kind of how that works. That's all will be in front of you. All your cards that you have are all going to be visible. Everyone's going to talk and say, oh yes, I need to do that. Can someone build a structure for me to do this? And then when you have the new year as well, there are different things you can do. As the game progresses, cards which allow you to move up here easier appear, which is really handy. So wait until round 4 to do that, and round 6 to move up on that track as well. What do I think of the game? Well, I do prefer the original, and only with playing the Visitors to Rhine Valley expansion, and that is because there's still too much luck in drawing grapes which do not match fulfillment. We managed to win the game, and I didn't actually fulfill any wine again. So another game like that, which again is unfortunate for me. So the rating is 7.5, maybe like low 7s, something like that. Any other questions, please let me know. And for now, aside from that, let me know in YouTube is best. That is Viticulture World, Tabletop Gaming Live. And this will go in the playlist for how to set up, play and review, AmassGames playlist, Family Rate playlist. It is a work placement game. And lastly, this is Stonemaier Games, designed by Jamie Stegmaier. And if you have any questions, there's also descriptions in YouTube. Please follow along, share, like. There's also Instagram, 2,500 posts via Linktree. For now, back to the table.